Let's dive right into Bitcoin. We are currently observing the actions of the institutions, the impending deployment of the printed tether, and the actions of the smart money, especially in anticipation of tomorrow's Fed rate C announcement. We're likely to see an announcement of roughly 0.5%, which will be extremely significant for the cryptocurrency industry. Next, we're going to talk about derivatives. Yes, XRP derivatives, folks. We will delve into the entire narrative, the picture, the painting, the masterpiece, all of it coming together, and truly examine what is happening. Without further ado, relax, and let's begin. Bitcoin is currently up 17% at $59,500, and both USDC and USDT are coming in at their dollar pegs. The overall market capitalization of cryptocurrencies is $69 billion. I believe that we have set a base of $2 trillion for the entire market capitalization of cryptocurrencies, and we will simply build from there. Important figures in this industry estimate that by 2024, we could be looking at 3 to 5 trillion. We must act. I'm confident that if the token surpasses the price of XRP again, it will do so successfully. This is, I believe, only the second week of trading for our trustworthy cryptocurrencies, HBAR and XRP, and it's encouraging to see them working together. We have acquired HBAR Hedera, and they are eager to join Ripple. This is intriguing, and I'd like to see how the Ripple and Aptos foundations, as supporting members of the MAA Crypto Alliance, work with the DLT Science Foundation for technical support. It's always wonderful to see these two enormous foundations or organizations come together, become one, and work as a team, regardless of how everything plays out. This chart from Reputable Crypto shows the XRP price that we discussed in the first video is shown in this chart from Reputable Crypto. However, if you missed it, I know some of you don't watch videos. You can only watch one video from XRP to 75. It appears that we may see a small bounce here, first hitting 55 cents, then a move higher. However, for this to occur, Bitcoin must rise to the $61,000 region, or 6,162K. If this occurs, the price of XRP may fall, at which point individuals would likely start to advantage over the 55-cent zone. As the price of XRP falls, people start to take advantage of the 55-cent zone. We already know how this works, so it's a shitcoin down, but after that, we're going to make a huge move to that 75-cent zone. I firmly believe that this will transpire within the next few weeks. I believe that tomorrow will mark the start of exciting times. We may even witness some volatility, as people will undoubtedly know. They will pretend the Fed's interest rate cut isn't bullish when it is extremely bullish to get you to exit. They will also predict a cryptocurrency price decline, followed by a brief dip before prices quickly rise again. I know that Skyrocket has been here for 7 years. The guidebook, I am familiar with the narrative. I comprehend how it functions. Take a look at Max B Bitcoin. Max explains, I added a lot of extra PE. Never in a million years would I have imagined that to be the case today. However, as luck would have it, the chart is always accurate. He is currently working on an XRPA version, and it looks good. The first video displayed the chart for you. We've shown you what we're looking at, and the chart is accurate. This 7-year program is nearing its conclusion. At the end, we will witness the first test. You should also be paying attention to what I'm observing, which is the 75-cent zone on XRP. You've probably noticed that a lot of these Bitcoins are starting to hop on the XRP train. It was only a matter of time for you to wonder why, and I'll talk about it again because it's crucial. They understand that XRP has been building for 7 years, they see what's being worked on, who's using XRP and the XRP ledger, and who's building on top of it behind the scenes. When major players like banks and institutions get involved, the price can only go higher. Bitcoin maxis don't actually exist. Crypto maxis, who aim to maximize their profits, are referred to as Bitcoin maxis. If they have already made money with Bitcoin and think it will rise to $150,000 or $200,000, they know their profit margin is only 3 to 4x. However, if they calculate the amount of money needed to return to the peak of the cryptocurrency, they can see that it's almost 5.5 to 6 times more than they currently have. If you had $1 million and made 3 times as much money as you did, you would have more money than someone who had $1 million, made 6 times as much money, and had $6 million. $6 million is far more than $3 million. At this point, the math is simple. Then this analyst said, "Hey, rally. After 60 cents, it might not endure." He is correct when he says that XRP has difficulty breaking over the 60C resistance, which is in line with the 50% Fibonacci retraced level. He is arguing that if we are unable to maintain a surge above 60, 55 cents will soon appear. Could you please provide us with the chart from a reputable cryptocurrency that illustrates this? That decline to 55 is exactly how things are likely to unfold. After our XRP drops to 55, there will be a sharp increase in value. The 75-cent zone test will take place in the following locations. Because it's a heavily resistant area, this will likely be the first of many 75-cent tests, but we can overcome it and get through. Put it down, annotate what I said, and allow me to explain the XRP derivatives. Robinhood Bitstamp Ripple. We are aware that Robinhood is at last monitoring XRP's price. There's a reason why they're following you again. Keep track of it first, then list it, and we'll check. If you're considering starting a company or institution, it's important to read this article on global business by the Robinhood CEO. Investors understand that they require round-the-clock access to the equity markets, and they also want to benefit from our offerings. They demand that margin rates dominate the industry. We provide a wonderful client experience, so I am confident that we will continue to expand in the future. We are expanding our services to include not only retail clients, but also businesses and institutions. To achieve this, we announced the acquisition of the global cryptocurrency exchange Bitstamp. We're launching our own derivatives exchange in the coming months, so that's something we're very excited about, and we hope to work closely with RL there as well. One of the things that makes that business so attractive is that it's not only international but institutional, which gives us access to an entirely new customer base that we're not directly serving today. I believe we can increase that over the next decade. We are currently in the final stages of integrating the top 30 commercial banks in the world into Bitstamp as a service, which means these banks will provide cryptocurrency to Bitstamp. We take great pride in this achievement, and we encourage you to monitor Bitstamp's progress. It's worth noting that Ripple currently owns a portion of Bitstamp's Robinhood derivatives, indicating that exciting developments are underway. Next up is going to be an XRP ETF. This year, Robbie Mitchell, the head of digital assets at BlackRock, is becoming the face of cryptocurrency. As far as institutions are concerned, Robbie Mitchell was the one who released the documentation for an XRP fair price assessment. You might imagine who Larry Fink is referring to. A few years ago, he was sitting at a low point. I think it was around 3 or 8, and at the top end, we're at $20 or more. At this time, he was working for Ripple. I believe that we should all be asking ourselves this question: what does Robbie know that we don't know? Capable then remarked, "That's really smart. Money is buying a bull, cash is buying Bitcoin. These are the telltale characteristics of a bull market." Now, big investors are gradually increasing their purchases of Bitcoin, but there's an incredible theory behind this. Dr. Profit, let me share this with you. He urges you to remove it immediately. I have a theory, and I can tell you a fact that most of the Mt. Go Bitcoin is currently for sale over the counter, he states. The theory suggests that major players such as BlackRock are purchasing Bitcoin in significant quantities through over-the-counter transactions. Many people are unaware of this phenomenon and lack understanding. Over-the-counter desks currently sell a significant amount of Bitcoin, and any buy-sell orders pass through them without influencing the market. Why do we suddenly have such a low volume of trades since Mt. G? Everything makes perfect sense now. They will likely make their purchase before the commencement of the FTX 16 billion repayment period. Although my theory is long-term, it once more confirms my optimistic outlook. This is it's clever, that's a fantastic prospect, and Brian Armstrong responded a little bit, which is how that thread started. It makes sense if you're a big institution. Purchase it through the exchange, where you are aware that these enormous purchases would only raise the price. Alternatively, you could purchase it over the counter, where it appears that these major players are making intriguing progress.